There used to be an ad that said, "A mind is a terrible thing to waste." And I have to agree. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to my take at the lake. Happy Mail Day. It's always fun to get happy mail, whether you're expecting it or not, or should be expecting it and don't have any recollection. So, I got a package the other day addressed to the Krabby Crafter, my home address, and I didn't recognize the return address name. It was a first initial and a last name and an address, and it didn't ring any bells. And my first reaction was, who is this from and how did they get my home address? Because obviously it's someone from YouTube if they're calling me the Krabby Crafter. And I went through all my memory banks, and I couldn't think of anybody. Couldn't think of anything. Nothing rang a bell. And so I took this package out in the backyard and honestly opened it as if it were a mail bomb. Like, who's texting me and who did I piss off? I was so paranoid. I cut the very bottom of the corner off, not at the top where you would normally open it, because if it's a bomb, you gotta outsmart the bad guys, right? I watch way too much true crime. This we've established. Anyway, I cut the very bottom off, and my mind is still just going like, who would send me something? How did they get my address? And then I saw the ideals, and it all came flooding back. CandyCane Creates, a YouTube friend of mine, had asked me for my address. I think she emailed me, and I direct messaged her over Etsy I gave her my home address. It all came flooding back. But until that moment, until I saw that ideals, I had zero recollection. Now, in my defense, I don't use this often, and I try not to use it as a crutch, but it is a fact of my life. I have a very rare form of shingles, and it affects my brain. I've been dealing with it for almost 14 years. And when it first came on, it took a lot of my memory. It was an interesting experience because I really honestly got the feeling of what it would be like to have Alzheimer's. Because I saw this pretty face at a craft show one time, and I couldn't place her. I had no idea who she was. I couldn't figure out her name. I didn't know who she was. I just knew that she was very nice to me. So I went up to her and I apologized. I said, "I know that I should know your name. I know that I know you. And I know that you're always very nice to me, and I just wanted to say thank you for that, and wish you happy holidays." It was a holiday craft fair. And she gave me a hug, and she said, "Oh, that's okay." And I said, Can you tell me your name?" And she told me her name. And it was my doctor, who I see regularly at that time. I couldn't believe it. Like, how can I not know that? I just knew that she was a familiar face. And so this brain thing has really given me a lot of appreciation and maybe a little bit of empathy for people with Alzheimer's. But I still have these holes in my memory. Even though this happened recently, this wasn't very long ago. So I'm going to blame that. Shingles in my brain. Enough of that. Let's get on to the Happy Mail. I haven't opened it. I've had it for a few days, but I haven't had a chance to get to it. And I wanted it to be a surprise for you and me. So here we go. I knew the ideals was in here because that's how I knew it was from CandyCane Creates, Candece at CandyCane Creates. If you haven't checked it out yet, she and I got to be YouTube friends because I had watched one of her videos. She did a beautiful, I think it was called For the Love of Lemons or something like that, lemon yellow and blue junk journal. And it was gorgeous, and it was just bright and fresh and something new, and it wasn't a botanical, and it didn't have 1,000 butterflies in every fucking page. And I added her. I think she was the first edition, if I remember correctly, and now you know that that's not really a quality standard, but I think she was the first in my new theme Thursdays Heroes playlist, because it was such a nice, fresh, something I'd not seen anybody else do, let alone everybody else do. So Candece and I have been YouTube friends sort of ever since. We do a lot of the same things. We thrift a lot and junk journal a lot. And she's more into the 70s kind of stuff and cooking and gardening and whatnot. More of the, I'd say, maybe sort of homesteader thing. And I'm more into dogs. But other than that, you know, look at this beautiful rainbow. It's a dark rainbow, not the pastel rainbow, but a dark rainbow. I think this is called eyelash something or other. I don't know. Can you call it a yarn? I'm not sure, but look at the beautiful colors. I already know exactly what I'm going to use this for. I think it will match perfectly a project that I'm playing with right now. Is it ever cool? And it's perfect, I think. Yummy. We'll start at the top. Beautiful card. It says, "Hello, Care. I hope this package finds you well. I remember you saying you liked Frank Sinatra, so I'd like you to have this book. The others are things I also thought you might enjoy. Thank you for all the inspiration, Candece." Well, thank you, Candece. You are welcome, and I appreciate all the stuff that you do, too. I love your thrifting videos. Very fun. The Art of Plain Talk. This man knows how to write, and he knows how to teach. Oh, what fun. Oh, I think it's a book on writing. Maybe? What's it a book on? Yes, readability. I think it's a book on writing. Or talking. Empty words, you want to get rid of them, because they just take up space. Oh, I can't wait to read this. One language after another. Further enthusiastic endorsement. And look how yummy. Let's see how old. It's very old. I'm going to say 50s? Question mark? 1946. Plain talk isn't art. Let's start with Chinese. Okay. Oh, I can't wait. What a great addition to my English collection. My English language collection. Not, even though it's beautiful, look at those deckled edges. I was just going to say not junk journal fodder. Oh, it would be pretty if I didn't like language more than I like junk journals. Thank you. That's awesome. Get your hopes. Oh, wait. There's stuff in here. Oh, look at. Oh, look at him. Cards. She has been collecting. She has. Oh, and they're all cool. Let me start this way. She's got a bajillion different kinds of playing cards. Old, new, vintage. Oh, look at that. That's somebody's family made cards out of their old pictures. What a great idea that is. And I remember way back when I said to her, I'm collecting jokers. If you ever want to throw me some jokers, and look at, she threw me a whole bunch of jokers. And they're all different. I love that. These are from the same box. You know, when you get two decks, because you might screw one deck up. But they're all different. Look how fun. Oh, he's wonderful. Oh, he's so cool. Kind of a, sort of a, I was going to say lighthouse, but that's because I live in Michigan and we have a lot of lighthouses. And not a lot of castle spires or whatever that is. Stardust. Oh, these are awesome. Thank you. Some old, some new. Some borrowed, some blue. So much fun. And then just a beautiful setter. I think he's a setter of some sort. He's gorgeous. He's a dog. I don't care what kind of dog he is. Now we'll get up to this. Get your hopes up. Oh, look at library card. Oh, Joyce Meyer. That's funny. A nice empty journal with quotes and colors and all kinds of things for junk journaling. That is so cool. Lots of positivity stuff. Right up my alley. Oh, look at. Now you won't get that. Life with dogs. Oh my goodness. Oh, funny. It's not that old. Doesn't have to be old. Old, new, it's dogs. Who cares? I'll bet it's filled with beautiful pictures. Dogs on a boat. Grinning from ear to ear. Oh, yeah, we could be here. Oh, look at that face. Not the kid. The dog. Look how cute. Big boy. Big boy. Oh, they're wonderful. This is going right in the collection after I read it. But it's beautiful pictures and lots of quotes. And maybe some stories. Aww. A lifetime of service has earned Rick some tender love and care at this unusual home for retired guide dogs. Because he's done his service well. This just breaks my heart. I could weep for the next 6 days over this dog and that he's getting some TLC. I always thought hospice for dogs would be a good idea, especially at the shelters. If I'm going to adopt dogs, I'm going to adopt older dogs that need care and love in their last years. A rescue dog is being transported out of the danger zone at the World Trade Center. You know, look at this carnage, this horrible, awful carnage, and we send these little trusting beastlies in to find survivors. We send them into the awfulest places. Oh, let's find a happy one to end on, because happy dogs, imperfectly beautiful. Yeah. So fun. Snagglepuss. That's his handsome smile. Oh, that's beautiful. Ideals, and it's purple. How beautiful. Full of wonderful things. I was teasing her because she's got so many ideals now. And they're kind of hard to find around here. I found a few of them, but not very many. And a few I've given to my mom. I found a few vintage Christmas ones for her and a Mother's Day actually one. And it might even be this one. I can't remember. Imagine that. But I gave them to my mom, so I don't have any. So this one's mine, all mine. See how that works? So much stuff in these for collage and junk journal fodder. And this is the big one on Frank Sinatra, an American Legend by Nancy Sinatra. Holy smokes. Beautiful coffee table book. Oh, I bet it's just filled with wonderful pictures. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Day in the life. Getting a star on Hollywood Boulevard or whatever road that is where the stars are. With Liza. Wow. Oh, my goodness. You gotta love that kind of life, eh? JFK. Elbow to elbow with you. Old blue eyes. Wow. Well, gosh, that is an amazing gift. Thank you very much, Candace. I appreciate all of these, and I will make good use of all of them or put them on special shelves somewhere for sure. For sure. That was so much fun. You just never know what's going to come in the mail. Very excited about all of that. And I'm so glad to remember that I did give out my address, and it is from a friend, and I don't have to worry about my back of my house blowing off because of a mail bomb. Yeah, too much true crime. It's where my mind always goes. Thank you so much for hanging out and checking out what goodies I got. More soon. Go love up your beastlies. Montic at the lake. Out for now.